Hey, beautiful soul, and welcome to our weekly reading for May 8th through May 14th, 2022. I am Joyful Medium Joy Giovanni, and I help people step out of overwhelm and into love through one-on-one psychic and mediumship readings, as well as coaching and teaching. And let's take a look at the energies and potentials for this week. What do we got going? I'm just going to dip you guys down. I've already pre-shuffled just in the sake of saving time for us here. Okay. All right. It's a watery week, you guys. Water, suit of cups has to do with our emotions. So it might be a little bit in our feels this week. 3 of water has to do with things that are celebratory, also can be collaboration, friendship, sharing, cooperation, but it can indicate big celebrations. So you might be getting some news of a celebratory nature. It can be weddings, can be unions coming together, babies, usually good news around things that touch our hearts or that we would have emotion about. I'm going to read you this card: a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or a birth announcement, the need to have more fun. So this is just a playful, happy energy. So it sounds like it might, shape up to be a good week. So that's good news for us. Okay, the card that crosses it, 5 of water. Interesting. Things not turning out the way we'd hoped, not seeing the positive of situation, crying over spilled milk. So this is a little bit of tough love, guys. What this can be is if you are getting good news about someone else's life achievement, their graduation, their wedding, their baby, their grandbaby, buying a house, things that are moving their family forward, you might be having a little bit of feelings about it. You know what I mean? You might be a why them and not me, crying over spilled milk about what you didn't get or what didn't happen for you. So it's just a little heads up to be aware, just because someone else has something or is receiving something doesn't mean you can't. And try not to let yourself go to a place of begrudging someone else their happiness or their love or luck or good fortune, for example, because of something you might have lost, missed out on, etc. So just to be aware of, and it can indicate changing emotions. So, maybe we thought we would be excited about this graduation or this wedding and we're not. It's making us feel something about our wedding, marriage, divorce, family of origin, family of creation. So just to have a heads up on that. The bottom line is Page of Air. Okay, this makes so much sense to me with this. So Page of Air, air is the suit of wands, which has to do with things about our intellect, but it can also be communication in some ways. So mind your tongue is what I'm going to say. Sometimes Page of Air delivers truth, but it can cut, you know what I mean? So if this is you in a situation and you are having some feelings about someone else's success, don't say anything that you are going to regret. I was going to say, don't say anything you don't mean, but she means it. She speaks truth. She knows, she sees the whole picture, but sometimes she can say something that's true, but in a very sharp or hurtful or biting way. So just watch that. I'm going to read this to you. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans, truth delivered without tact. So yes, and sometimes we don't like the way we get the message. So this could even be, maybe it's your celebration and someone else is having some feelings and they say something to you about it, or you want to confront them about it. Just a time to kind of watch the way that we say things and the energy we bring into a conversation or into a situation or even a collaboration. If this isn't a celebration for you, if this is you collaborating or sharing space or having a get together of a different kind, just make sure you're in the spirit of wanting to get along, being sensitive about the way we deliver information, being sensitive about the way we respond to other people's delivery of information, for example. So I'm going to leave that there. But okay, what we learned in the past that can help us this week. happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans, on the right path. So the star is that guiding light in the darkness, right? You have learned that you do have intuition, that there are things in the works for you, that everything is working out, that there are plans and things going on behind the scenes that you might not recognize right now, but it doesn't mean they're not happening. So this is a rest assured. I mean, and this is a major arcana, but look, she's even pouring out this water, pouring out her cup, pouring out her emotions. So you have learned that you have intuition, that you have a guiding light. Maybe it's a connection to a higher power, your higher self, etc. Really lean into that and know that happiness is around the corner for you, even sometimes if it might, skies might look dark right now. And that might not be the case for all of you. I have a feeling this one's going to hit just a little differently for everybody. Okay, so the highest good, 6 of Earth, gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debts. This is a good one. So this is, 6s are about the rebuild, right? Building on a new foundation. So if this is your celebration, maybe you're getting some beautiful monetary gifts. But if it's not, just know that it is that energy of abundance, good things coming in, right? As we celebrate others, so too shall we receive. This is a really positive card. This is the highest good, knowing that, there's enough to go around for everyone. Don't begrudge anyone else their happiness. Don't get mad if someone is upset about your happiness. Abundance is coming your way either way. Okay, what's right around the corner? 7 of water. 7 often indicates choice. And with the cups, it usually does indicate a choice of some kind. A complex decision, a need to do research, stop procrastinating. Now this was in reverse. So this can indicate, I'm going to hold it up right just so you can see it. This can indicate that maybe we don't like the choices. Maybe we've got some choices, but we don't like them. Maybe, we've been through this before and we're not trusting the choices, or we're not trusting our ability to choose sometimes. The guidance with this, being in reverse is just be aware of how much of your emotion is going to be involved in this choice. Are you making this choice from a place of trusting and believing that, you've got guides and you've got supporters, abundance is coming your way? Or are you making it from a place of lack, a place of disappointment, a place of, I don't like these choices? Yeah, so that is this 7 of water, but I would expect to have just a pretty emotional week, be it positive or, triggering some other emotions as a result of what happens, but just be available to really listen to your emotions, but being tempered by this page of air. So, we might, for example, if we've got some choices before us and we don't like them and we don't feel good about the choices, really letting our mind come in and not just being in our emotions, because water, while it is life-giving, can also be destructive, and that's like our emotions. We need our emotions and they do so much for us, but not tempered, not balanced with the intellect, emotions can be like a runaway train, right? So just make sure that you're using your heart and your head about any choices that you're making. Make sure that you're not choosing too quickly, and make sure that you are really, again, I want to go back to these scales, weighing out the choices, balancing between your heart and your head. Let's get just a little bit more guidance and see what else we can know this week. Okay. Oh, funny, you got Chariot twice. Oh, this is how I tell you guys that this is an extra card that's not meant to be kept in this deck. It's for the reader, but I just really like it. So I keep it in there. This is the card that it actually is. So interesting. Now, I want to say with this card, this everything is fine. This is this 10 of Swords, sleepless nights, worry without need, creating our own stress out of a situation that's unnecessary. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. So that is the encouragement for you. This is what you can do, from your perspective this week with everything that's going on, is just stay in that mantra of everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. This is a temporary situation. Am I holding on to someone's words? Am I making a mountain out of a molehill, so to speak? Am I wrestling with something that I could be balancing out in a different way? So just a little indication for you here. Another person in the situation might be dragging their feet. Maybe this decision involves someone else and you can't, for whatever reason, maybe it's a 2-party or multiple party decision and you can't make the decision without the cooperation of others. If that is the case in your circumstance this week, someone else might be dragging their feet. Or maybe someone else is a little bit of out of balance with the way they're looking at someone's success or celebration. Maybe you're the one getting celebrated and someone else is, kind of peeing on your party, for a lack of a better way to say it. Maybe someone else isn't as joyous or as celebratory or supportive as you wish. That's okay. This isn't you in the situation. This is someone else either dragging their feet or being out of balance or just impeding choices in some way. A couple more little pieces of guidance for you. 10 of Swords reversed. So you have a choice in the worry, in the sleepless nights, in the really hashing this out and wrestling it out within yourself, unneeded worry, unnecessary stress. It's, Brene Brown calls it foreboding joy, when we're in a space of celebration or something good happens and the immediate thing we want to think is, oh, well, what if this goes in a bad way and XYZ happens negative? I'm not going to put anything out there as an example, but things are so peaceful right now. What if XYZ happens and it takes a bad turn? So don't do that to yourself this week, really is what we're seeing here. High Priestess. Ooh, again, just reminding you of your power in the situation. You have deep intuition. You really have what you need to communicate with your own intuition, to stay in balance, to hold two energies at one time. So maybe it is your head and your heart. Maybe it is the way everyone else feels and the way you feel. Maybe it is being happy for someone in their situation, but also recognizing that you're a little disappointed about your own. You have the ability to balance two different, seemingly contrasting things at one time. Maybe this decision you're making, you're trying to make it for the good of the whole, or the good of more than just you. And maybe some of those people are having some resistance. You can hold both of those energies at the same time. So just a little reminder about that for you. Okay. Now let us get a little message from our loved ones in the spirit world. So let me clear these out of the way here. And just as we normally do, I just want to invite you to, if you're in a place that's safe to do so, close your eyes, take a big breath. And as you exhale, the first person that comes into your mind, it might not be who you expect or who you thought it would be. Let this message be from them. Okay, there is no such thing as death. Mavis Patilla, who I love, if you don't know who she is, you should definitely see her, one of the greatest mediums of our time. She says, love like life can never die. So there is no death. We just continue on in a different way, not in a physical form, but we're still there. And it's one of my favorite things about mediumship is the messages and the information and the sharing of memories that the loved ones in the spirit world give in a session really does indicate, oh, wait a minute, they're still here. They still have their memories, or if they lost their memory due to some circumstance, they've regained their memories. They know who I am. They know what's going on in my life. They remember, XYZ from our time together. So them just wanting to touch your heart right now and let you know that there is no such thing as death, that they do continue on. And a little message of additional inspiration, open your heart. And what's so beautiful about this, it reminds me of, a loved one in the spirit world just wrapping their love around us, and we might not even recognize or feel that they're there, but they are. And them just wanting to encourage you to open your heart. Maybe you're working through your phases of grief. Maybe you're struggling for some other reason. Maybe you're just closed off because, maybe you're crying over some spilled milk, or you're not happy for someone else's celebration this week. Or maybe you're not feeling fully celebratory yourself in your own celebration. Open your heart. There's no such thing as death. Open your heart. That's the encouragement this week. So I hope that you guys found value in this reading. Let me know in the comments below if and how this resonated with you. You guys know I love to chat in the comments. And I will see you next time. Big hugs and bye for now.